Hey everyone, we're back with another episode of trying to get the webRTC server to work. So the audio chat room for anybody who's just tuning in, trying to get an audio chat room working with PeerJS, which I've discovered is maybe not the best library in the world, but it's free, it's open source, so we're going to keep going. So we got stuck yesterday because we deployed to AWS, and I've discovered that every sort of sub page comes up access denied. I think there's two problems here. Problem number one is that I can see that this is not actually updating and giving me the most up-to-date version of the application. So something's wrong here for sure. But maybe also because CloudFront doesn't allow any paths, because it seems like even the login page, which I know exists, or was it dashboard or something like that, they definitely exist. I think it's just that CloudFront isn't set up for any kind of paths, and so it's decided to deny access to any of these paths. Because if it were a problem with the routing in Noodle, it would have told me, it would have just brought me back to the home page if I typed in some random address at the top. But this is really saying access denied. So I think this is something to do with CloudFront. So I'll debug that another time. To cheat a little bit, I'm using the Noodle sandbox. So at the time of making this video, the Noodle sandbox still exists. It's a Noodle hosting that you can deploy to for free to test your applications. I don't know if Noodle are going open source at the end of this month of January 2024. So I don't know if that'll still exist when you're watching this video, or if somebody will have taken over the sandbox and we can still publish the sandbox. I don't know. Or if there'll be an easy way to do it. But yeah, this was a handy way to test your apps back in the day, if it doesn't exist anymore. So this was good because it's HTTPS, because the sandbox address has already a certificate. And when I tried to test the connection, then I got this message in the console, which is that the WebSocket can't connect to WSS. Now, when it says WSS, it's because our server, PeerServer, is on a WebSocket connection that's not secure. So it's WS point // WSS would be if it was secure, if it had a certificate, and it doesn't. Now, why it's doing that is because we're now on the HTTPS, which means that we can get access to the microphone and the video if we want it. But because we're on HTTPS, we can't do a cross origin, as whatever they call it, connection. So we can't connect from HTTPS to a non-secure thing. Like if you had an iframe in here and the iframe was HTTPS, it's not going to load. If the iframe was HTTP / something, it's not going to load. It would need to be HTTPS. If you're on HTTPS, you need to access HTTPS. If we were still on HTTP, which we were earlier, then we could access HTTPS or HTTP. Probably that would be fine. So what we need to do is get our WebSocket server secure. So challenge number 5, 6, 7, I don't know where we're at now. There is a guide in this in the PeerServer GitHub using HTTPS. We just need a certificate and key. I'm not very good at creating my own certificates. This just means we just need to create a little JavaScript file that will run PeerServer the same way as it runs here. It would run here if you're just doing a regular simple server. But we're going to run it with a couple of extra things like the key and the certificate for the secure connection. So for that, we need to ask, I needed to ask ChatGPT for a little bit of help. So we've got a guide here on how to create the certificates. So we're going to take this. I don't know if we have OpenSSL, so we have to check. So we've got a few things to do. Let's just get cracking. So we're going to log into our server. And then we're going to go, where are we? We're nowhere. Okay, great. How do you find your path in Linux? In Linux, how do I find out what absolute path I'm currently at? Can't remember Linux commands, pwd. So we're at home Ubuntu. Okay, cool. That's fine. Home movement 2. Fine. So we're going to do a new folder, make a directory, PeerServer. I guess that's not, we should use the snaky kid, the snake, whatever it's called, snake, no, piping, I can't remember. CD PeerServer. And now we're going to use this code. OpenSSL is probably going to say we don't have OpenSSL. No, it isn't. Isn't that nice? It's generating a nice, big, long, fancy key. I think. And enter PEM passphrase. What am I going to enter? Let's put in something stupid. PASSWORD 0. Please don't hack me. Verifying PASSWORD 0. Country name FR. You're about to enter. No. Yeah, okay. FR. State or province. Full name. Dordogne. Locality name. Saint-Léon-sur-Vézère. Organization name. Digital Bricks. Unit name. Development. Yes, I don't really have a unit. Common name. Server FNQ or your name. Okay, so this is PeerServer. Email address, that's me. Okay, so that is cool. What is that? Okay, cool. This command generates new SSL certificates and a private key. Okay, if you haven't installed PeerServer, we have. That's fine. So let's have a look and see. Oh yeah, there's our key. Cool. So we're going to make a new JavaScript file. So we're going to do, yeah, PeerServer.js. That's a nice name. I like that. So we're going to do nano PeerServer.js. And then we're going to copy all this funny stuff in there. So it's going to get the FS thing and then PeerServer. I can't remember what FS does. And then it's going to do SSL. It's going to start with SSL and it's going to do in the same path key.pem and cert.pem is in the same file. Who knows what we're going to have to do with this afterwards, but anyway, so that's good, that's done. Now we can control X and yes to save. PeerServer.js, and now we have cert key and PeerServer.js. So in theory, apparently, we can just do node PeerServer.js. And we cannot find module peer. Okay, and so it's just that the peer thing isn't recognized by my script. Peer module's not installed in your node project. Okay, we have to actually install it in the... okay. Let's try that. npm install peer. We installed it globally before, I guess. So now we can install it locally. Yes, there we go, no modules, very good. So now we've got a little project folder going. It's very nice. So node PeerServer.js. No, so it doesn't like set key passphrase, bad decrypt. Oh, I don't know what that means. But ChatGPT will. Incorrect passphrase. If your SSL key is encrypted with a passphrase, ensure providing the correct passphrase when starting PeerServer. Well, didn't tell me to do that, did you? How do I start PeerServer with the passphrase? Ah, well, there you go. That would have been handy to have, wouldn't it? Passphrase. Okay. Come on. And the passphrase was it. I knew I shouldn't use. I should use something that I'm not going to have a problem with showing on YouTube. There you go. That's my super secret password. It's not actually a password for anything except for stupid projects that I do, like this. Go. It's doing something. It's thinking about it. It's thinking about it. No, okay. Really is thinking. Maybe it's just running. Oh, we didn't do any console logs or anything like that, so it probably is running. Let's see what happens. It's probably running, but okay. So this we can actually close. So this we can go refresh. Now we're going to do test connection. And no, it still doesn't work. But can we get the regular WebSocket working? No, even the WS one is not working anymore, so that means our script hasn't worked. That's okay. We can figure it out. Okay, so okay, now the script seems to work, but nothing comes up when it runs, and I can't access it anymore from either WS or WSS. Let's see if this has any information about it. So this is key cert. No. Either they don't say anything about using a passphrase either, by the way. So it's not very nice. Let's talk about reverse proxies. No. No. Not a lot of info at all about running on HTTPS. Not the correct code. Can ChatGPT fix it? I'm sure the server's actually started and listening. You can console log information. Yeah, okay. Can you give me some console log lines for the JS scripts? Remember where in the next, just in case it forgets. I thought it would be more print than the next, no? PeerServer. Okay. Statement of key points in your code to output information. This will help you track the workflow. What would the updated code look like? I'm not just going to start pasting these when where I think they should go in the code. Let's get that open again. Okay, really just paste them wherever you want. Okay, that's the message received. Thank you. Okay, let's go. And okay, so let's double check. So PeerServer require PeerServer. Is it port 9000? Oh, there was an app name thing. There was supposed to be an app name. App name part of the path to the PeerServer. Maybe that needs to go into the code. So I'm not good at code, but I'm good at figuring out when things don't quite smell right. And here, when we launched PeerServer before, there we go, there was a path. So we just put that into the parameters, path, and it was /webRTC test. And that was it was like the server port 9000 /webRTC test. And then that was what made it all come together. So that might actually, oh, we need a comma. Don't leave without a comma. And then exit that, yes. Run it, doesn't run. Path webRTC test, invalid expression missing. Oh, probably it has to be of course it has to be in quotes because it is a string. Silly me. and it's not doing anything. But we've got the right data this time, maybe. Let's try it again. Nope. So it's trying to add webRTC test / PeerJS. Okay. Don't see any output in the console, just blank response. Also, my app is trying to access PeerServer using this link. Does that give us any clues? Yep. So probably mismatched. Okay, that's okay. Alright, we'll verify the path. Verify the path used in the client side. Okay, so we might need the whole path there. / PeerJS. Okay, that makes sense. Let's try it here to make sure it's not a cross-origin connection problem. It is not, because yeah, it's really test / PeerJS. So let us put that in. I'm not convinced by that though, because we didn't do, well, maybe we did something like that before. Okay, let's just try it. WebRTC test, WebRTC tests. That is the right one, right? WebRTC test / PeerJS / PeerJS. Still nothing, but whatever. Maybe it's running. Who knows? Nope. Still failed. I mean, it's the fact that we're not getting anything out is not good. Check the port 10,000 is open. I'm pretty sure it is because we didn't change anything. Correct path. Verify the path used in the client side URL is correct to match the server configuration. Server listening, check there's no output from the since there's no output, double check your server side script is running. So we did this and this and this, and then let's just do like a console log here for no reason. So console log PeerServer script ran okay. Okay, so it runs okay, but then doesn't output anything else. Okay, let's tell ChatGPT about that. So this code outputs script ran okay, but then nothing else. It may not be starting correctly. Yeah, you're telling me. Ensure key.pm are the correct location files are accurate. Check network connection. Yeah, run as super user. We don't have a port below that, so no. Client side configuration, make sure the client connects to, yeah, but that's not the problem. Add more console log statements to check the flow. Check your Node.js version, we don't need that. So ensure key, it's this key stuff is not right. Let's do a little test. Let's comment this out. Yeah, comment that out. Try again. Okay. Oh, oops. Forgot that. Same problem, actually. So it's not the password, that's the problem. But it was a good idea. That could be that. Let's try changing the path. Nope. Let's go back to the code. So this just gives port and SSL. And then this, see, this is actually probably a bit more what we should be having. Connect to the server from client peer. Oh, no. No, it's not that. Sorry. There. So PeerServer port path my app. Yeah, so it is just my app. You don't have to add anything else. So const PeerServer port 9000. Okay. Let's see. Can you access this link and figure out if our code is really okay? The repo is not well maintained, so check all the code on the page before answering. Importing the necessary modules, configuring the... Oh, hold on a second. It says FS for file reading. Do we have FS? Ah. FS. Could it have been as simple as that? Maybe FS isn't installed? I'd like to confirm what I'm doing with ChatGPT. What's this? AFS file space is organized into cells, blah, 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 and the workstation belongs to. Yes. Size of AFS, yes. I don't know. It's a core node module, so it doesn't need to be installed separately, like a third-party npm package include node and FS script. Okay. So it says I can just use it, but I'm not convinced. This is going to take a long time, probably. Okay. Handling relevant events. However, it's important to note that the real-world functionality can be influenced by factors external to the code, such as network settings, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's possible that we need to run it as a sudo. That was a point brought up before. So we do need to think about that. Yeah, it said about servers. So we did have a port 9000 open before, and we haven't changed that. It's really that the console's not outputting anything. Okay. Come on. Do our browser test again, I guess, to see if it connects through the browser once it's actually up and running again. So yeah, we did this before. PeerJS port 9000 key is PeerJS. Maybe we need that key bit. Maybe we need the key parameter from the original script that did actually work and give a good connection. Let's use to start the PeerServer. PeerServer as an option, set an API key for the PeerServer. This key acts as a namespace for your application. So that's what it was actually. So I don't need to do this. I'm just wasting time. It was really annoying trying to work with somebody else's repo where they've explained stuff like this and not explained what the key actually does. And then, later on they say, oh, you want to run your own server, then do it like this. Like, well, there's no key in here anymore. So is that really right? Or have you forgotten something? So that's not very nice. And I don't know if we have a key in our Noodle connection or not. No, just the host port and that. But it like adds that key automatically to the address, which is kind of funny that it would do that. Maybe it's the default key then, and you can change the key. Probably have to put it in here, but like it's not explained. So, oh, there, it's explained. Connection key string client must provide it to call API methods. Default is PeerJS, so there is a default, And we probably have to include the default in the server script, or else it won't work. But you would have to put that into the... Oh, but if you don't... No, it's required. It's not required. So actually, if you don't put it in, maybe it defaults to something if you don't put it in. Right, the default path is this. Current limit SSL key, path to SSL key, SSL cert, which we have. Of course. There's a few things we could try in here maybe. But that's command line stuff, so... But yeah, but we're running command line scripts. And here we're running command line scripts. God damn, this is taking a long time. Excuse my language. Okay. That would have been nice, generate client ID. We can generate random client IDs when people call using the ID API, instead of having to do it ourselves. Something to think about. So yeah, these things correspond to these things. So port corresponds to port, key corresponds to, would correspond to key, which is not here. This is SSL key. SSL key. But then, you know, the SSL key bit here is different. It's a different naming convention than it is here. So does that really work, doing SSL with key, or do I actually have to do SSL key like that? Maybe a question for ChatGPT. Looking at these command line options, can you think if some of them might be necessary to include in our code? Like, is the SSL key parameter okay? Okay. Oh no. That's the one. Okay, so we're going to put SSL back in. So we have our passphrase. Oops. We have our passphrase, and we're going to put in key here. And the key was knows PeerJS, because that's what our server is trying to call when it's accessing then. Mirror the CLI options named as properties in the configuration to pass to PeerServer property like SSL port key path, etc. are directly analogous to their CLI counterparts. So our SSL object might not be right. Need to include it as a parameter. I need to include each key path as a parameter individually. Maybe. Oh, okay. If you do CLI options, would be into your path pass just as key insert point in the SSL object. Okay. So it should work, is what it's trying to say. Okay. We could also try doing the absolute path of the keys afterwards if this doesn't work. Still the same problem. Okay, let's try the absolute paths. So we were in home Ubuntu PeerServer / cert and key .pem. Oh crap. Cert and key .pem. So we're in home Ubuntu PeerServer server/key. Home Ubuntu PeerServer/cert. Password 0. Still not working. Well, it's still not working. Let's triple check just in case. Nope. webRTC test. So the whole thing looks pretty good. Connection. Also still not working on WS. Key equals peer.js. See, the path has peer.js and the key is peer.js. In your case, you're up. Okay, but riddle me this. But this is the script running peer.js /peer.js. Part of the internal routing mechanism of peer.js, even though your server script only mentions webRTC, peer automatically depends peer. Okay. So when peer.js tries to connect, it combines the path with the peer.js path, resulting in da, 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 da. If you want to avoid this, you need to adjust the, okay, we're not going to do that. Not going to adjust it. So we've done path, we've done key, we've done passphrase. So the passphrase was right, I think, because it gets to the bottom of the code. So one more try, because I'm starting to get to the end of my patience. Can we try to work on getting more console log output to figure out what's going wrong, please? Like a try catch or something that outputs an error. Yes, just give me output. We are just in the dark. Yeah, try and catch. I like it. We want try and catch. Can I override all of this stuff? No. No, I can't. Oh, crap. Okay, now I have to figure out how to use nano. Right now, where is cut, paste, execute, justify, location, go to line. Oh, here we go. Do it with the old mouse, the old keyboard. It's now a bit of a mess. Replace. So slash, I don't have that slash button. Oh, crap. Let's cut it then. Cut will work. Command K. Yeah. Go away. Okay. No, double check. Yeah, that's password. Yeah. Okay, it's all good. So Because the server is likely starting with errors but not receiving any incoming connections. Oh, without errors but we're not receiving any incoming connections or encountering events that would trigger. Yeah, but then surely surely the listening thing would be outputted to the console. Let's do our little test in the browser. HTTP. Oops. HTTP. No response. No response. This means it says it's initialized. It says, well, it's run the script, but HTTPS. That's not gonna work, is it? No. Oh, cannot get. Oh, it is working on HTTPS. So there is a not safe certificate. It's been self-signed. So it's running. It is running. So it is running. Okay, hold the front door. Going to actually brings up the JSON that confirms that the server is indeed running. So then why? So then why do I get this message? Why from my app am I seeing the error? webRTC test WSS. Yeah, so the browser might be killing it because it's self-signed. So I know that there allows inbound connections on 9000. Okay, how do I solve the self-signed certificate problem? Testing purposes, you can add a security exception to your browser to trust self-signed certificates. However, this is not recommended for production use. Well, of course. So I need some way of accepting the certificate. Okay. Ah, okay, that did work. So it meant going to the website actually told Chrome that it's okay. And now we can test the connection. And now, oh yeah, we're on with the microphone. It's very exciting. Okay, so then, no, that's not good. So we have to refresh this. Okay, hold on. Let's get a new window and do also the same thing. And then we're going to skip back and forth between these two. So we're going to first test connection. That's the peer ID get that in here. We're also going to test the connection here. We have a new peer ID, which is going to go in here. And then we're going to call this person. No, didn't work. It maybe. Yeah, well, it's got a. This tab is using your camera or microphone. Okay. And then this one, we're going to receive the call. No. Oh. Oh my. MediaStream ID. What the hell is, what do I do with that? What do I do with this beautiful object? Help. The object represents a stream of media data like audio or video. The ID is a unique identifier for the stream. Active. Ooh. Okay, to use this media stream in your application, playing audio from an audio stream, attach it to an audio element. Document query selector audio SRC object. The stream should automatically play if it's active. Make sure you have the necessary HTML elements like video or audio in your app to display the stream. Okay. So how do I add your... So would the media stream... No. I have an audio player standard HTML5 player. How do I get your queries, your media stream to become the SRC of the audio player? Okay. Okay. Okay, so we need to give audio player SRC object equals media stream. Okay, so that'll put the SRC into the media stream, it'll put the media stream into the SRC object of the audio player, and then that'll come up here, and then yes. This one actually got a media stream as well. Is it the same one? Oh no, it's the ID inside the browser. Sorry, my bad. Cool. So that's good. It just took a minute to make the call, maybe, or I had to click it twice. I don't know. But we've got our media stream. So it's going through, and our server should be showing new connection. There it is. Client disconnected. And so that's good. And now we just need to use that code to get it into the audio player. And then we have our first active chat room. Very exciting. That was a lot of mucking about, but we did it. So that's good. That's good. A good result. You know, you just have to sometimes keep plugging away at it and don't get too discouraged. ChatGPT keeps debugging, and I just keep sort of trying to figure out if it's missed anything and helping it, and then yeah, it all works out in the end. So whew, we're getting there. See you later.